Happy Thursday. My name is AD Roberts, and yes, I am your success coach. And every day when we come on this live, there are two goals that we have Monday through Thursday from 12 to 2. The first goal is that the goal is to create a sense of connectedness and community where we love on each other, where we support each other. This is definitely a safe space, especially because of our moderators. They help to do that. The second goal that we have is we always have a discussion that is designed to be empowering and impactful at some meaningful level so that you can become the absolute best version of yourself. So welcome in, good people. Today is not unlike any other day. That is exactly what we plan on doing, empowering some folks. And so welcome in, Janae. I see you, I see you, I see you. Good to see everybody in. If y'all are ready to kick today off, if y'all are ready to get this thing started, put ready in the chat. If you are ready to get started, put ready in the chat. Thank you, beautiful. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Thank you, Amy. Thank you, Fine Wine. Yes, 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 yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Today is going to be, I'm going to do as always, since we're in day 2, I'm just going to do a brief recap that will bring us up to where we left off on yesterday. And then we'll begin to, then we'll jump right in to where we left off. Do we have any newbies in the building? Do we have any newbies? If we have any newbies in the building, let us know. Whether you're on TikTok or you're over here on YouTube, if we have any newbies in the building, let us know by simply putting newbie in the chat. We just want to love on you. That's all. That's all we want to do is just love on you because we got a great topic lined up. Here we go. All this month, throughout the month of March, as we prepare for us marching into spring, we have been talking about abundance and prosperity. We've been talking about planting the seeds of abundance in our lives so that as we move through the year and it moves into harvest time, that there will be a harvest to receive. And so here's the thing, if you don't plant any seeds, will there be a harvest? No. So because what we're doing right now, we're taking advantage of the fact that we have moved full-fledged into spring. We have crossed March 20th. We have crossed the spring equinox. And now that spring equinox, it reminds us that of the cosmic balance between light and dark, between old and new. It is a gateway for us to step into as we choose ourselves, especially the new version of ourselves. As we move from that old version to the new version, as we leave poverty and brokenness and scarcity to walk into a mindset of abundance and healing, all of the beautiful things that come along with abundance. Because abundance is much more than money. Oh, it's a lot more than money. And last night we had a wonderful time because we had our virtual hypnosis experience. And man, it was powerful because we worked on cultivating an environment where wealth wants to live. And so that's what we're consistently working on right now, cultivating in your space a place where abundance truly feels comfortable and wants to live. And so today's topic is we're in day 2. Yes, we had a time last night, Fine Wine. Yes, we did. Thank you so much. And many of the superstars were in here. Janae couldn't make it because she was stuck in traffic, which is absolutely terrible. But listen, things happen. Things happen. So here we go. Beyond the addiction of financial misery, the goal here is to illuminate the subconscious desire to complain, wallow in self-pity, and to be the victim of financial circumstances. You see, many people, if you look at the folks that are around you, we all know someone that every time we talk to them, there is, there's a problem, there's an issue, there's a challenge. And what I have come to understand, and just accept it, that they're just some people that love misery. And so what I want to do is I want to share with you what that means, what that looks like, and how you can shift from that place, because you actually can become addicted to misery, especially as it pertains to finances. So there's this quiet addiction. It's this quiet addiction that lives beneath the surface of many people's lives, especially their financial lives. And it does not look like addiction. It looks like complaining, blaming, scrolling, comparing, and subtly rehearsing struggle as an identity. Because remember, the universe does not give us what we ask for, y'all. We know that. The universe does not give us what we ask for. It gives to us based upon how we see ourselves. So identity is the cornerstone, the embodiment of the identity that you are embracing right now. The identity that you are embracing right now is determining who it is that you are. It is determining all of the abundance that flows into your life or that which you resist. It's all predicated by how you see yourself. And so now is a great time, if you will, to go ahead and share this live out. If everybody would share this live out, we're at 21,000 likes. So let's go ahead and hit that goal. And if you all would be so kind as to help hit these goals that we have up here. And as we hit those goals, that allows us to impact the lives of more people. All right. Thank y'all so much. I truly appreciate you. So there's a version of you. Watch this now. There's a version of you that normalized financial frustration. There's a version. Thank you, Fine Wine. Thank you for those finger hearts. I truly appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. There's a version of you that normalized financial frustration so deeply that peace, overflow, and ease almost feel suspicious or even undeserved at times. And so we struggle with it. We struggle with it. And this spring equinox reminds us that we have the ability to move from one season to the next. That which looked like it was dead. Anybody ever had a tree? Anybody ever had a tree or a plant in their yard that through the winter, it looked like it was dead and done, it would never come back? Anybody know what I'm talking about? Anybody ever had a tree, a plant, a bush or something, and it looked like, thank you, Amy. Thank you so much for those finger hearts. Where it looks like it was not going to ever come back. But the moment, there you go, Bridget, you know what I'm talking about. Thank you, Janae. You know what I'm talking about. Anybody else know what I'm talking about? Thank you, Mimi. You look at the tree and the limbs look bare and dead, and you look at some little flowers that you had down on, your poinsettias. All of those things, they look dead. But the moment spring hits, the moment Mother Nature begins to wake up and to show up, and she starts to show out, you begin. Thank you, Mimi, for the finger hearts. When Mother Nature begins to show out and she puts her energy into this matrix, what begins to happen? What begins to happen is the shift. What begins to happen is that which looked dead before now is alive. So that is a reminder that what looked financially dead in your situation in whatever season that you were wrestling with, when your bank account looks like real ugly and real zero-ish, and as you move into a space where you're embracing abundance and prosperity because of a new identity, seeing yourself new, it gives you the reminder that now is the time to plant the seeds, because the energy that you need to bring that which was dead and bring it back to life is here. Everybody understand? If you understand that, put yes in the chat. If you understand that this is your opportunity to plant seeds, put yes in the chat. That's it. Put seeds, put yes in the chat. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey, Jabs, good to see you coming on. Excellent. Thank you. Thank you, Leisha. Thank you, Glam. And listen, we want to welcome two new people to the Oasis Mind Spa. Will y'all help welcome Alicia and Veronica? Can you welcome them for us? We have some new members to the Oasis Mind Spa. Love on them. Love on them. And in fact, Alicia and Veronica, can y'all just kind of wave real quick so everybody can say hi and welcome you into the family? So glad they became members on yesterday. Yes. There's Alicia. There's Alicia. Welcome in. So glad to have her with us. Welcome to the family. Yes. And Veronica. Where you at, Veronica? She's in here somewhere. I saw her when she logged in. But we want to celebrate them. We're glad that they're part of the family now. Let's go. So again, this spring equinox, it reminds us of this amazing shift that's happening. And so we're capitalizing on that energy, and we're making sure that we're planting the right financial seeds of abundance. So this is the masterclass, y'all. This is the masterclass. This is not a piece of it. This is not a part of it. This is everything. This is everything. Let's go. This season offers a rare energetic neutrality where the subconscious mind becomes impressionable, more programmable, and responsive to intentional identity shifts. Now is the time. If you're going to make a shift, now is the time to make the shift. If you're going to launch the business, now is the time to launch the business. If you're going to start writing the book, now is the time. It is time to plant the seeds of your transformation. It is now time for us to move into a space where you are in alignment with the vision that you have seen for yourself. But here's a part of you that you're wrestling with, and I need you to be able to recognize it so that you can neutralize it. You can't neutralize what you haven't recognized. Put that down, put that in the chat. Neutralize. You cannot neutralize what you don't recognize, and you've been operating off of a matrix that has limiting beliefs connected to it, and those limiting beliefs have been holding you lock in step with scarcity, want, need, and lack. That season is over. So we are neutralizing. Thank you, Fine Wine. We're neutralizing. You cannot neutralize what you don't recognize. And so we're going to recognize today that there's some things that we've been holding on to. But here's the beauty about it. Thank you, Rob, for those lightning bolts. When you recognize that you're neutral, when you recognize that there were some things that you've been holding on to. Hey, is it Yakira? I think that's Yakira. If that, hopefully I pronounced that right. There you go. That's right. That's right. Good, good, good. Neutralizing. You're neutralizing it right now in this moment. Okay, excellent. Excellent. Because I try not to mess folks' names up in here. I do my best. Did I see Willis come up in here? Welcome in, Willis. We have the four horsemen. In fact, real quick, let me make sure that we acknowledge our moderators. If you need anything, our moderators are the absolute best moderators in the entire world. Here on TikTok, we have Fine Wine and Mimi. If y'all will wave real quick. And over here on YouTube, we have Janae and Willis. If y'all can wave real quick so that the people can see you, know who you are. And they understand that these are the ushers, you know, like usher board number one with the white gloves, because I promise you, they got that that pinch and twist. Anybody know the old school usher board folks, the folks they'll pinch you and they'll twist your arm when you was a bad little kid? Yeah, that's them. that is them, because they will put you out of here just as fast as you can blink your eye. So that's good. Let me make sure that, oh goodness. There we go. All right, we got action now. All right, perfect. So there's a path though. Now, once you recognize it, you can neutralize it, and then you start to move into, you can start to move into a new season. So the reason there's a path where financial struggle is not your story anymore. There's a place, there's a version of yourself. There's a version of you where financial struggle is not your story, but your past training ground. That's all it is. Your past training ground. And abundance becomes your new baseline and your new norm and your new identity. Because remember, the universe does not give us what we ask for. It gives to us based upon how we see ourselves. Come here. Do we have any more newbies in the building? If you have any newbies, hey, Rob, good. Yeah, that's right, Rob. If we have any newbies, whether here on TikTok or on YouTube, let us know. Because we just want to love on you. So now, all my newbies, come here real quick. Let's lay this down. Watch this. We live in an energetic universe, and I teach this every day because this is foundational. You have to get this. You have to hold on to this. Y'all love on Yakira, please. Thank y'all so much. You have to understand this because this is foundational for any discussion that we have in our masterclass every single day. Let's go. We live in an energetic universe, and this universe has a language. And that language is what? Come on, put it in the chat. That language is frequency. That's right. This language is frequency. And because the language is frequency, you may say, well, AD, where does this frequency come from? In part, it comes from me. It comes from you. That's right. It comes from me. It comes from you. So we are actually co-creators in our own experience. Now, where inside of us does it come from, you say, AD? Well, it comes from the thoughts we have, the words we speak, the actions we take, and the emotions that we experience. They create what I like to call the protocols of alignment. And when those four things do what they do, they create a resonance. And that resonance is a frequency, and it is projected out into the quantum field. So every day, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, we are always broadcasting a signal. And that signal then The quality of that signal determines the reality that we experience because it is systemic of the thoughts we have, the words we speak, the actions we take, and the emotions that we experience. Again, those are projected out into the quantum field. The quantum field receives it and it is reflected back to us as reality. The universal law of correspondence reminds us that as within, so without, as above, so below, as it is in the east, so shall it be in the west. And so, what that means is that the reality that you and I are facing out here is merely a reflection of what's going on internally, right? And so if you want to change your situation, like many of you do right now, you want to change your financial situation, you want to attract more wealth and abundance, you want to have more money than month, you want those things. So now, because of that, you recognize that it is not your hands that do the work. It's not your hand that does the work. What does the work, especially on the front end, are those protocols of alignment. What happens on the inside? The thoughts you have, the words you speak, the actions you take, and the emotions that you experience. Does everybody understand that? If you understand that, put yes in the chat. So that's right. Thank you, Janae. Your inner world creates your outer experience. Your inner world creates your outer experience. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Mimi, for those finger hearts. I truly appreciate you. Thank you. Hello, beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, Kira. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Glam. Thank you, Alicia. Thank you, Bridget. Thank you, Veronica. Thank you, Rob. Thank you, Janae. Excellent, excellent. We're moving in the right direction, everybody. Excellent. Here we go. Recognizing the addiction of financial misery, because we have to put this out there. Thank you, Reg. Glad to have you up in here with us. Let me put this out here. Recognizing the addiction to financial misery. We have it, unfortunately. Many of us have it, and this is why you're in the position that you're in. So, but we're going to break that today. All right, let's keep going. And remember, we're just doing a brief recap. We have if you want to watch the replays are in the Oasis, and we'll get there in just a second, but let's keep going. The subconscious mind does not chase happiness. It chases familiarity. Remember, the subconscious mind, it represents 95% of what you and I experience every single day as reality. I'm going to say that again. Your subconscious mind, my subconscious mind, it literally represents 95% of what we experience as reality every single day. It's systemic of it. And so the subconscious mind, it does not chase happiness. It doesn't. That is a conscious construct, not a subconscious construct. It chases familiarity, even when that familiarity is struggle. We can become addicted to that struggle. Financial misery can become chemically addictive. Watch this now. This is the tough part. This is the tough part. And this is where I need you to recognize where you're from a neurological perspective, how things begin to happen. Financial misery can become chemically addictive because it reinforces identities, releases stress hormones, and creates a loop of emotional certainty. Now watch this. What happens when you're anybody in here? Can we have a little transparent moment? Anybody in here wrestling with stress right now? Hey, Cindy, good to see you, superstar. Welcome in. Does anybody dealing with any stress right now? Any financial stress? Any worries? It's in the back. You might be wrestling with a little bit in the back of your mind. It's circling around. There you go, Cindy. Thank you. Thank you. Hello, beautiful. Thank you, Angel. Thank you. Thank you, Veronica. Thank you. Thank you, Glam. And so as you wrestle with those, thank you, everybody. Thank you for your transparency. Thank you. Now, watch this. When you're stressed, the reason why you feel it in your physical body, because you feel it in your physical body, right? You feel it in your physical body because what is happening from a neurological perspective, those stress hormones are released into your body and you begin to feel it. So stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline, those not so great hormones, they were designed to keep you alive in fight or flight situations. So what begins to happen, that cortisol and that adrenaline, it stays in your system too long and it causes inflammation and it causes all kinds of things. But here's the ticket to that. When you are in a state of constant financial stress, the financial stress can become actually addictive. Isn't that crazy? But let me show you how. Because just like a person can be addicted to sugar, a person can be addicted to drugs, alcohol, anything. As a person can become addicted to it. The same thing happens when you have the receptor sites. And I'm not going to get into the technical aspects of it. But just as a person can become addicted to those chemical interactions in the body that are systemic of alcohol, drugs, all of those things, a person can become addicted with the neurochemicals too. Does that make sense, everybody? If that makes sense to you, put yes in the chat. And so as you begin to understand that anything can become addictive, but the biggest reason why it can become addictive is because it is repetitive. The subconscious mind. I saw somebody say no, and so I'm speaking straight to the person who said they don't understand that. Everything that we experience in this world, as from a subconscious perspective, see the language of the subconscious mind is what it loves: repetition. It loves the familiar. And as it loves the familiar, how does something get entrenched and ingrained in the subconscious mind? Because of repetition. And anything that you repeat over and over again becomes a part of the subconscious programming. Look at your subconscious mind as a program that is running almost like an operating system on your computer. And just imagine that this program is designed to do a particular thing. And so a program, just like a program does something, right? And that program has an outcome. And the outcome is predicated by what? The programming. When you experience lack and want over and over again, when you experience a life of paycheck to paycheck, from paycheck to paycheck, from paycheck to paycheck, and then broke, paycheck to paycheck, and all that. Ooh, that's a good paycheck. When you're experiencing that over and over again, that lack and that want, it literally becomes etched and programmed into the subconscious mind. And that is, as it becomes a part of the subconscious mind, it is addictive. You literally, and then from a chemical perspective. So now that's just from an emotional standpoint. What is emotion? Emotion is energy in motion. Energy in motion. That's what emotion is. So when you get into the emotional state of stress because of finances, those neurochemicals that are released into the bloodstream become addictive. All right, there we go. Hopefully you understand that. We're going to keep moving. Here we go. And so that financial misery can become chemically addictive. Complaining about money can feel like connection, especially in environments where struggle is normalized and even socially rewarded. Hey, Majestic, good to see you on, superstar. So when you have your friends and you're starting to bond and complain over what's happening financially in your life and all of those kinds of things, those are the variables and equations where you're cultivating an environment where lack and want are normalized, where scarcity is actually rewarded because you feel connected to one another. And see, this is the thing. This is so crazy, but that is the key to our subconscious mind. That is why people continue to have the same experiences financially over and over and over and over again. It's not until you change the programming do you have a different outcome. Complaining about money can feel like connection, especially in environments where struggle is normalized, even socially rewarded. Complaining about money, victimhood in finances can often provide an unconscious escape from responsibility while simultaneously draining a person's power. This is part. Hey, Black Lion, good to see you on. All right, we got good action from Ethiopia. We got good action from Ethiopia and Kenya. Good to have you on here. Welcome in, beautiful people. Y'all love on our newbies. Y'all love on them. I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. Let's keep going because we're just doing a recap to get us up to speed so we can start with our day. We're moving in the right direction. Group of friends bonding over how expensive everything is. Sitting around having friends. You've heard me say this a thousand times. Show me the 5 people closest to you and I'll show you your future. Show me the 5 people closest to you and I will show you your future. And so if those friends create a matrix of your life, an energetic matrix. And so your identity, how you see yourself and how you see yourself inside of that clan, that crew, it is going to create a bonding situation. Now, there's some tough realities that you're dealing with here, because a group of friends bonding over how expensive everything is, unknowingly, they're reinforcing scarcity every time they get together. Is that crazy or not? So every time you all are getting together, and everybody, especially now with what's going on in from, like with gas prices and all that stuff, hey, you just having those conversations. It's just so high. Everything is so high. What are you doing? You're reinforcing it. You're reinforcing the fear, because when you start talking about it, sometimes you feel fear. You start to doubt. You start to worry. These things, watch this, y'all. This is very important. These things are of a lower vibrational frequency. They are of a lower vibrational frequency. And we live in a universe that has a language, and that language is frequency, right? So if you're trying to attract wealth and abundance into your life, do you think fear, doubt, worry, anxiety is going to get you there? You think that? Yes or no? Is that going to get you there? No, you need to have energy of a higher vibrational frequency. So instead of operating, thank you, Cindy. Thank you, Bridget. So instead of operating from a place of fear, you need to operate from a place of faith. Faith is of a higher vibrational frequency. And so if you have friends and all you all are doing is talking about how bad things are, and y'all are struggling, trauma bonding together, what are you doing? You're reinforcing it and rewarding that type of conversation in an emotional state, rewarding it by being connected, because we love connection, because we're communal people. So you're accepted, you feel accepted by the tribe, and there's a bond between you because of the lack, want, and need. You're creating a cycle of experiencing brokenness over and over again. Here we go. A person avoiding looking at their bank account because avoidance temporarily feels safer than awareness. Come on now, watch this. Watch this. How many of us have struggled with a little anxiety when we were getting? Thank you, Mimi, for those hearts. How many of us were struggling a little bit with anxiety right before we get ready to log into our bank account, look at that app? How many of us actually don't even look at it? How many of us, listen, anybody bold enough say that's me? Say that's me. Listen, I have had seasons, trust me. I've had those same seasons where I did not want to log into my bank account. I did not want to see what has come out. I didn't want to see it. Because it triggered me emotionally. Y'all know what I'm talking about. It triggered me emotionally. And so, because I did not want to be triggered emotionally, what did I do? I avoided logging in. I pushed it off. I pushed it off a day. I pushed it off 2 days. And then when I finally get the nerve to go in there and look at it and be like, oh, it's not as bad as I thought. Oh, it is bad as I thought. Oh, goodness. I knew I was right. I shouldn't even logged into this thing. So, but what are we doing? The moment that we start avoiding it, and we're going to get to the resolution. We're going to get to the resolution and how we fix it. Watch this. Y'all already know what to do. Yada. Gotta go. I don't think they know about the Four Horsemen. Did they not know about the Four Horsemen in here that don't play the radio? It's going to be quick. Gotta go. I'm just help. All right, there we go. Thank you, Mimi. Thank you, Fine Wine. I truly appreciate y'all for doing what y'all do. There you go. Here we go. The subconscious mind, it operates on repetition. The subconscious mind, it operates on repetition. Hey, Galactic, good to see you. Good to see you. The subconscious mind operates off of repetition, emotion, and identity, not logic. Which means your financial life is a reflection of what has been impressed beneath your conscious awareness. Every time you say, I can't afford that, without awareness, you reinforce a neurological and energetic pathway of limitation. Remember, I gave y'all the examples. Y'all see these wrinkles on my forehead? I'm going to show you how these wrinkles on my forehead can show you how why scarcity shows up in your life. Watch this. You ready? From a neurological perspective, because I am a clinically certified hypnotherapist, I'm trying to help you. Let me show you why you wrestle with certain things, or why you even have an addiction to being miserable when it comes to abundance. You see these wrinkles on my forehead? Those are what we call Florida wrinkles or Florida lines because the sun comes out and we squint, we squint a lot down here. So because I'm as old as I am, I've been doing this for what? Years. And because I've been doing it for years, over and over and over again, squinting over and over again, these lines begin to show up even when I relax. I don't even have to squint anymore and the lines are still there. Anybody know what I'm talking about? And because that is a reality in my face, the same thing, do you know the same thing happens in our brain? It's called neuroplasticity. It is called these neural network. Not you, Amy. That's right, not you. Of course, Amy doesn't know anything about that. Amy is a sweet young thing and would never, ever know anything about a wrinkle at all, period. Thank you. I appreciate that. We love some Amy. So now listen, y'all. So even when I relax, hey, sunshine, good to see you on. Good to see you. And so even when I relax, the lines are there. So what happens when we do something repeatedly over and over, we think a thought over and over and over again. We take an action over and over and over again, repetition after repetition. The more and more we do a thing, the more it becomes entrenched and ingrained in our brain. From a neurological perspective, it is literally carving pathways in our brain, in our neural network. And so it is incumbent upon us that we have to change that network because those things are firing together. Those neurons are firing in sequences based upon that network. And so when you understand this, every time you say, I can't afford it, anybody ever said that? I have. I've had moments and seasons where I've said that. Have you ever said that? Have you ever said that? Has anybody ever said, I can't afford that. I can't do this. And because of, thank you everybody for your transparency. Hey, if you know, I see you. I see you. And because that is a situation that is a variable in the equation of this thing up here, and you do that without awareness, you're literally reinforcing a neurological and energetic pathway of limitation. The reticular activating system, you hear me talk about the reticular activating system all of the time. We talk about the RAS, the reticular activating system. That part of the brain, it filters information. It helps us process at the same time. So watch this. The reticular activating system begins filtering reality to confirm your internal financial narrative. So whatever you believe about yourself, that's the law of assumption. Whatever you assume, your highest and best assumption about yourself, about your relationship with money. If you believe that you're broke, guess what? The reticular activating system is going to go out and find evidence that you are. Does everybody understand that? Does everybody understand how the reticular activating system works in the brain? It is going to go and find evidence. It is going to filter out anything that does not look like being broke. So if abundance shows up in your face, watch this. It is so crazy, but it's the truth. When abundance shows up in your face and it knocks on your door, you won't even be able to see it because you don't see yourself as abundant. You don't see yourself as a rich man or a rich woman. So those things look like what? They look like something that's too good to be true. Or you don't even recognize it at all. And because you don't recognize it at all, it's not a part of your reality. Because if you can't see something, how can it be a part of your reality? You don't see it, it's not real to you because you haven't seen it, it doesn't show up, it's not a part of it. And so your reticular activating system is going to filter that in and out. So again, based upon what we're talking about here, that reticular activating system begins filtering reality to confirm your internal financial narrative, showing you more evidence of lack. That's how that works. Thank you. If you know, thank you for that daily heart, man. I truly appreciate you. And listen, you all, as you come in, make sure you grab those daily heart means. You don't want to miss those 46 engagement points. From a quantum perspective, you are collapsing timelines because we understand that the universal law of, the concept of the observer effect. The observer effect, the law of vibration. When you look at a thing, that awareness brings the thing in and of itself into fruition. So where your focus goes, energy flows. Where energy flows, manifestation soon follows. So again, where your focus goes, energy flows. Where energy flows, manifestation soon follows. Y'all got that? So literally, by virtue of your focus, where you are focusing your energy, you are calling out of the quantum field the reality that is in alignment with what it is that you see as yourself. If you see yourself as abundant and prosperous and rich, then your reticular activating system is going to go out and look for evidence to prove that. But if a part of your programming is lack, want, and need, then guess what? The reticular activating system is going to go out and see that too. It's going to find evidence and proof for it. So what begins to happen is your reticular activating system, which is a part of your subconscious mind, it is going to help to create a narrative that justifies the quality of your thoughts, the thoughts you have, the words you speak, the actions you take, and the emotions that you experience. They create what? We've already established that. That creates the protocols of alignments. It creates a resonance. That resonance is a frequency. That frequency is projected out into the quantum field. The quantum field receives it, and it is reflected back to us as reality. The universe does not give us what we ask for. It gives to us based upon how we see ourselves. This is Masterclass. Thank you, Mimi. Put Masterclass in the chat. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're just catching up. We're almost there. The identity of victim versus architect. We're almost there. The victim waits for circumstances to change. Write this down. I need everybody to write this down as you're taking notes. As you're taking notes and you're moving and you're beginning to plant the seeds of abundance in your own life, I need you to write this down. If you write nothing else today, write this down because I need you to understand what you're wrestling with. Thank you, everybody. I see you. I see you. I think I see you. The victim, because many of us play the victim. You have people that are in our space that play the victim all of the time. The victim waits for circumstances to change while the architect decides who they will be regardless of the circumstances. You have to be the architect in your life. Recognize that you have been given the power. There's power in your tongue. As Dumbledore loves to say, words are our most inexhaustible source of power. And so it is with you. When you have the ability, innate desire and passion within you, but the reflection of that here in the material world is systemic of the words that you begin to speak. Because you start to speak to the mountain, tell it to be removed and it shall. When you have the faith of a mustard seed, whatever it is that you desire in your heart, when you pray, believe that you have already received it and it shall be yours. These age-old axiom and proverbs have been taught to us for eons. Eons. But we just think it's just some nice little thing for us to run around the church and holler and, fall out a little bit on. No, you were literally given the blueprint to change your life. You were given the blueprint for success to have a life that is abundant and full and rewarding. There's more to it. Let's keep going. Financial victimhood often sounds intelligent. Financial victimhood. I am the victim of this matrix. I'm the victim here at my job. Listen, let me tell you something about that job that you have, that just on board, that just over broke. Watch this. Those people didn't come to your house with a gun and tell you to say, look here, you're going to come and work for us. No, you made that application. You dressed up all nice and pretty to become, for them to hire you so that you can receive the abundance, right? That's what you did. But at the end of the day, you made that choice and decision. They didn't come and get you. And so now you hate it. Now you hate it. You hate it. You hate your job. Well, where does that happen? Now you're playing the victim now. They're targeting me at work. They're targeting my situation. If you don't like it, change it. You are the author of your life. You are the author of your life story. But see, here's the problem. So many of us, we're so accustomed to putting everything and everybody ahead of us. We put our children ahead of us. We put our jobs ahead of us. We put our significant others ahead of us. We even sometimes put our friends ahead of us. We're not the main character in our own life story. We're not the main character in our life script. And so because we're not the main character, we're not accustomed to choosing us. And so having moments and talks like this is really reflective of you choosing you. It is easy to scroll. It is easy to continue to move on because that's what we do, because it's easier to do that. But when you choose you and you say, you know what, I'm going to get this today. I'm going to learn a few things. I'm going to learn a few things in this moment. And I am going to become a better person. So I'm going to start planting some seeds of better. I'm going to start planting some seeds of abundance and prosperity. So, but playing the victim. Yes, it may feel intelligent for a moment. It may even feel justified or even righteous by you saying that, woe is me. This is my situation. This is what I got going on. But quietly, it erodes creative power and your opportunity recognition. It also erodes your financial sovereignty. You no longer see opportunity because you're constantly reinforcing this victim mentality. You're not a victim. You don't have to be one. Here we go. The law of correspondence teaches that our outer financial world mirrors our inner state of belief, expectation, and identity, breaking the emotional attachment to struggle. Come on, we're almost done with our recap. This is good. We're moving in the right direction. Breaking the emotional attachment to struggle. Financial misery is not just a circumstance. It is the emotional pattern that must be interrupted and replaced. It is an emotional pattern. That's right, Rob. That's where we are. It is about financial sovereignty. But because, when you look at the spiritual traditions, they tell us, they all point to the inside. The kingdom of heaven is within you. The kingdom of heaven is within you. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. So is his reality. Be ye transformed by the renewal of your mind. All of this is internal work. You wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against powers and principalities in high places. Powers and principalities in high places. You wrestle not against flesh and blood. This is not how you change the situation. You have to change the situation from the inside first. And yes, action is a part of it because faith without works is dead. But you have to do the internal work first and foremost. So financial misery is not just a circumstance. It is an emotional pattern that must be interrupted. It must be interrupted. We have to have what we call in our clinical circles a pattern interrupt. We have to have a pattern interrupt, and we have to replace that programming. The nervous system can become conditioned to chaos, making peace feel unfamiliar and uncomfortable at most times. Hey, Patricia, good to see you on. Good to see you on. The Bhagavad Gita, there's a teaching that of acting without attachment to outcomes, which allows for clarity, power, and alignment. A person who constantly checks for problems begins participating practicing gratitude and slowly rewires the baseline of their emotional state. So here's where you begin to make the shift. So you're no longer attachment to the outcomes of financial situations, so you're not emotionally pulled and dragged into it. So again, a person who constantly checks for problems, now as you begin to move into this new space, you begin to practice gratitude. Because when you pair an elevated emotion with a clear intention, magic begins to happen. You start to rewire your neural network. And so you start to create an epigenetic healing in your body as it pertains to abundance. Ooh, I wish y'all understood how powerful that was, what I just said. You start to create an epigenetic healing as it pertains to abundance and finance in your life, because you have been in a state of stress for so long. Financial stress, financial worry, financial doubt, not sure about what's happening tomorrow. But the more you do that, you become chemically addicted to that feeling of misery. And so you're constantly playing the same misery over and over again. That's clear because the moment you start to do better and you start to attract wealth into your space, you begin to get afraid and you want to know, Lord, am I going to be able to keep it? And I just got a big check. I got a settlement for a couple $100,000. What am I going to keep it? How am I? And the more you see it bit by bit dripping away, the more you become more and more afraid. Why is that? because you're still running on the same old programming as it pertains to scarcity and lack and want. You have to change that programming. And so, from an epigenetic perspective, when you understand what epigenetics is, it is when you change the environment, you affect the way the gene expresses itself in the physical body. So when you change your literal environment, your physical environment, you become affected as a systemic result from an epigenetic perspective. Now, inside of your physical body, when you no longer are operating from the stress hormones of cortisol and adrenaline, and you start to replace them because now you're feeling good about your prosperity. You've changed your identity. And so now, instead of being stressed all of the time, you have reframed that. And now you have some emotional regulation. And as you have an emotional regulation, you start to have alignment. You have coherence, heart-brain coherence. That heart-brain coherence now, instead of creating cortisol and adrenaline into your bloodstream that causes all kinds of inflammation, cardiovascular diseases, and things like that, now you have reduced those cortisol levels, and now you're increasing the dopamines, the serotonin, the oxytocins. You're increasing those feel-good hormones. So literally, you're changing the literal landscape of your physical body. Does everybody see that? If you see that, put yes in the chat. So from an epigenetic position, you are changing the way that your body processes information. Therefore, you are changing yourself. Be ye transformed. Be ye transformed. You are being transformed. Your whole being is being transformed by the renewal of your mind. This is so freaking powerful, y'all. So when you start to understand that bit by bit, yes, it is true, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. So let's change the way the man thinketh in his heart. So we begin to think as if you already have the abundance. You start to operate from that place. And as you operate from that place, from an epigenetic space, you're healing everything in your space, everything internally and externally, because it starts to reflect the new you that's happening inside. All right. We're doing good. We're doing good. Choosing abundance requires emotional regulation, discipline, and a willingness to sit in new states of being. You see, remember, I taught you that the subconscious mind, it loves the familiar. It loves the familiar. So and this is the crazy part about our subconscious mind, even when the familiar is uncomfortable, we like to call it the uncomfortable comfort zone, because being broke is uncomfortable. Been there, done that. Got a t-shirt, burned it. We're not going back there. Each and every one of us knows what it feels like to not have, to not have, and to need and to want. And because we've been there, we don't want to go back there. But here's the thing. Choosing abundance, it requires emotional regulation. It requires you to sit in new states of being. And so the problem with sitting in new states of being for most of us is that it is uncomfortable. Sitting in a situation where you are, this is some new stuff here. If you, who's bold enough to admit that if they were to get a check for $10 million right now, a part of your body would be you would be a little nervous. Anybody? If you got a check for $10 million right now, are you bold enough to be honest to say you might be the tad bit nervous about it? Anybody in here be a tad bit? Yes, you might be happy and excited. Yes, yeah. But then once all of the newness rolls away, here comes that angst. Here comes a little bit of that anxiety that peaks up. You're like, what am I going to do? Am I going to be a target now? Now I got to get security for me and my family. I've heard people have these conversations. What are we going to do if we hit the lottery for $1 billion? What are we going to do? Now I got to get security for my son and my daughter. Now I got to make sure that we're going to have to change all our numbers. No, you see, terrified. Thank you for your transparency. The worry of spending it correctly. Exactly, Akira. These are the things that we would wrestle with because that's a person operating. And listen, I need you. I'm about to sit on your front porch. That is because you unfortunately are still operating and you have some residual or some residue of the old programming. Does that make sense? The only reason why that is becoming that you're afraid of that is because it's not familiar. It is new. Because it's new, the subconscious mind does not like the unfamiliar. It loves the new. Everybody understands that, right? So anything that it does not like the new. So it likes the old. That's why those uncomfortable comfort zones, just like those old relationships that you need to let go of. And you wonder why your friend's still with Lil Nuke Nuke. Your friend is still with Lil Nuke Nuke and still doing stupid stuff. Every time you got to get on the phone with you, they want to complain about what's happening in Lil Nuke Nuke's relationship. They want to talk about the same old they want to talk about what they dealing with at the job. They want to talk about all of the old things that they got going on. And you say, well, why don't you just leave? Because what is that old axiom that the old folks would say? It's better to deal with the devil you know. Anybody ever heard that? Anybody ever heard that it's better to deal with the devil that you know? Come on. No, you Kira, you're in the right live today. You're in the right live today. Come on up in here. we've all heard it's better to deal with the devil that we know. Where did that arise from? That arise from the fact that our subconscious mind loves the familiar, and it becomes familiar through repetition. So because you've experienced lack and want and scarcity for years and years and years, you may have been involved, born into a tribe. Yeah, there you go, Jew. There you go, Julian. You understand that that is a part of the programming. That's why it's important that as you move into the new part, that's why when you move into the new part, there you go, Janae, the devil is a lie. And that's why when you move into the new space and you have new experiences, new wealth, new abundance, it is it's scary because it's new. The subconscious mind doesn't like anything that's unfamiliar because it associates the unfamiliar with unsafe. Make sure you write that down. Your subconscious mind associates anything that is unfamiliar and new as unsafe because it hadn't been tried and true. So therefore, you take a look at it. That's why when you start to move into a new relationship, you look at it with a couple of eyes and you know, am I really there? Am I? If this? No, no, no. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. So you start self-sabotaging. The old you starts to show up. But that's a big part. So choosing abundance, it's going to require emotional regulation. We know what to say, what to stay away from, and to be cautious. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But where's that? That comes from your subconscious programming because of past experiences. But when it comes to abundance, you're still the same thing happens because this is a part of your reticular activating system. It is going to filter out opportunities that present themselves. So anything that could be an absolute blessing to you, you're going to look at it sideways because of the programming that you're operating from. Now, a wealthy person that's accustomed to wealth, they see an opportunity, they scan it, and they say, oh, yeah, let's go ahead and pull the trigger on that. Whereas you're going to take two steps, you're going to analyze it 4 times, you're going to call your cousins and talk to them about 5 or 6 things. Listen, that's it. Yeah, that's why that's why hypnosis is a part of the process, Cindy. And so that's it. Yeah, that's right. You know, listen, I understand a couple of eyes taking a look at the situation. So you have to, in order to embrace abundance, you have to recognize what's been holding you back. All right? You have to recognize what's been holding you back. And so what's been holding you back are those limiting beliefs. And I'm going to put something up here. I wrote a book called Cracking the Abundance Code, and it is designed to help you to look and to realize what those limiting beliefs are. So I'm gonna present that, but not right now. Let's keep going for a second. Choosing abundance requires emotional regulation, discipline, and a willingness to setting into new states of being. Do you trust peace? Do you trust peace? Unfortunately, many people don't trust peace because they are addicted to chaos. Here we go. A person who constantly checks for problems begins practicing gratitude and slowly rewires their baseline emotional state. Someone who used to panic about bills begins to approach them with neutrality and strategy instead of fear. Those are the things. Those are the things. And so, I mean, listen, if any part of what we have been talking about today, man, when I tell you they keep changing, My Lord, what is this? Y'all have to forgive me because they changed stuff in the middle. Hold on, let me see if this. Okay, this is when I tell you they changed buttons on here on me so often. I come on. I was just doing this yesterday, and they updated it, and it's different today. And so here we go. Let me help you with this. If any part of what we have been talking about today has any relevance whatsoever, any relevance whatsoever, I got it from, here we go. I got it from this book. I authored this book, Cracking the Abundance Code, because I created this not only because I wanted people to have the same access that I have been blessed with to abundance, but I actually had clients and people that came to me that really, really wanted to work with me, but they couldn't afford it. I understood. And so I was like, how can I help them get to a space where they begin to change what's going on? And so one thing that I realized is that as I was working with all of with my clients as it pertained to raising financial thermostats and attracting more wealth and abundance, I noticed a pattern. And that pattern was that what was holding a person back from experiencing the abundance that they wanted was the fact that there were some small limiting beliefs in their life. There were some limiting beliefs in their life that they were holding on to that was blocking them. Anybody deal with procrastination? Anybody ever deal with a little doubt and worry as it pertains to financial abundance? Their finances. Those are limiting beliefs. Thank you. And so what's the first chapter in Cracking the Abundance Code? I'm teaching you about limiting beliefs. I want you to be able to recognize it. Your biggest flaw is procrastination. Well, guess what? You're going to move beyond that now. Can y'all see can y'all see the little banner down here and thank you, Janae. Can everybody see the banner here on TikTok where you can go to the TikTok shop and grab a copy of Cracking the Abundance? Okay, it is there. Excellent. Listen, the very first chapter in the book is about you recognizing what limiting beliefs you're holding on to. You have to be able to recognize it to neutralize it. And as you recognize it, I'm going to take you step by step in order to do that. The second chapter in this book is once you realize and you recognize it, then you can neutralize it. The second chapter is quantum leaping into your wealthy identity. Thank you, Mimi, for those populace. And as you begin to do the inner work and you heal yourself, the same stuff that we're talking about, I address in here, and I teach you how to quantum leap into your wealthy identity. So if any part of our conversation has resonated with you today, you need to go ahead and grab your copy of Cracking the Abundance Code. It is get it, read it with a highlighter. There you go. Hello, beautiful. You're absolutely right. And for all my people who already have a copy of Cracking the Abundance Code, put CTAC in the chat. Put CTAC. Put CTAC, Cracking the Abundance Code. Put it in the chat. If you already have a copy of Cracking the Abundance Code, if you already ordered yours, put it in there. Because many people on this live already have theirs. And so thank you, Rob. Thank you. So what you guys need to do is you need to grab your copy of Cracking the Abundance Code. And when you do so, I'm going to personalize it. I'm going to sign it. Thank you, Sunshine. I see you. I'm going to personalize. I'm going to put your name in here. I'm also going to put a little special note in here for you. And I am going to put a gift in here. And some of you all have not taken advantage of your gift. I need y'all to go back and look inside your book. There was a little card that came in there that I put in there just for you, because this is the tip of the iceberg. It's an entire program. With 3 hypnosis sessions and everything that's connected to this. And so a part of it, let me show you this, is a 21-day roadmap. You know there's a whole system that goes with this. Did y'all know? You didn't read the thing. And so that's why I know y'all skipped the part, because y'all didn't do the 21-day the 21-day roadmap. The 21-day roadmap, when you follow it, it's like having me with you every single day for 21 days. And I am going to help you step by step to do the things that are going to remove those limiting beliefs and to put you in a space where you are now in alignment with wealth, abundance, and prosperity. Because let me just tell you this, the abundance that you're looking for is looking for you too. The abundance that you're looking for is looking for you too. It's just that simple. And so what you need to understand about quantum mechanics, you understand everything about from a neurological perspective, what those things are that are going to help you be in alignment with wealth, abundance, and prosperity. And let me tell you something, it works. And what separates this from every other book, and I have them. Listen, let me tell you something. I had a law of attraction. I bought those. I paid thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on program systems and all kinds of certifications and stuff. I've done it all. But the thing that they did not talk about was the healing part that has to happen. Because when you don't talk about healing and you don't talk about addressing the underpinnings of why you think the way you think and why you've been attracting what you've been attracting, if you don't address that, it's called putting sugar on top of, I don't need to what do they call it? Sugar honey iced tea? It is called putting sugar on top of that. And so we're gonna erase the sugar honey iced tea, and we're going to address all of those things so that you can become in alignment with the abundance that is naturally yours. All right. So we're good with that. I'm gonna leave that up and we're gonna continue with our talk. Now, if y'all are ready for part 5, put 5 in the chat. If y'all are ready for part 5, put 5 in the chat. Thank you, Mimi, for those finger hearts. I truly appreciate you. Oh, we cranking today, y'all. Oh, we cranking. Thank you, Sunshine. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Jewel Blend. Excellent. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Come on, Jewel and Bling. Reprogramming the subconscious for wealth, because we have to do that. How do we do that? How do we reprogram the subconscious mind for wealth? Let's go. The subconscious mind accepts what is repeated with emotion and conviction. Write that down. Write that down. If you write anything down today, write it down. The subconscious mind accepts what is repeated. Remember, I told you the subconscious mind loves what? Repetition. It loves the familiar. It loves the familiar. It loves the familiar. The subconscious mind accepts what is repeated with emotion. That's why if you have a clear intention paired with an elevated emotion, magic begins to happen and you start to draw that into your space. And so if you do that with conviction, making intentional language and visualization critical. Make these variables, add these variables. I'm giving you the formula. I'm giving you the formula right now. And yes, of course, it's a part of the Cracking the Abundance series. It's a part of the Cracking the Abundance Code book and the entire program. But I want to teach you some of those things right here, right now. Let's go. The subconscious mind, it accepts what is repeated with emotion and conviction, making intentional language and visualization critical. So, visualizing yourself, see yourself as abundant, see yourself being the version of you that has everything that you have ever wanted. Then have the unmitigated gall to add the emotional state of what? What emotional state do we use? Come on, my vets. What do we use? We use the emotional state of what? It's a G word. I'm gonna help y'all out, but I know y'all already know it. Come on. It's gratitude. It's gratitude. It's gratitude. There you go. Thank you, Trinity. Thank you, Amy. Thank you, beautiful. Thank you, Wendy. Gratitude. Gratitude is the elevated emotion that we use. Gratitude is the most powerful emotion that you can use when it comes to manifestation. Because when you're grateful for a thing, see, I like to say that gratitude is the great summoner. For whatever it is that you're grateful for, you attract an abundance of it into your life. And so, what are you grateful for? When you add that emotional state to the visualization that you're using, so you visualize yourself with your new car, you visualize yourself with your new house, you visualize yourself with your new book, your new job, whatever it is that you want. And as you visualize it, you invoke the feeling of gratitude. You say, gratitude, I'm so thankful for it. And so even as you do your scripting and your journaling, because, there's a process to all of it. Even as you're doing your scripting and your journaling and all of those things, you invoke the emotion of gratitude, and that seals the deal. What else does this do? When you are regulating your nervous system, because I told you a part of this as we were transitioning into this, to embody abundance, you have to regulate your your nervous system. You have to have that emotional regulation. What does that do? That creates heart-brain coherence. When there's coherence between your heart and your brain, that is a neurological, that is a science-based reality. When there is coherence between the thoughts you have and the emotions that you feel, when there is coherence, magical things begin to happen. Magical things begin to happen. You have to regulate that nervous system. So that coherence creates all kinds of wonderful things in your physical body. So heart brain coherence creates a powerful state where intention, emotion, and physiology align. That's a state where all of those things, they align, intention, emotion, and physiology align, accelerating subconscious reprogramming. I'm going to say it again because you need to write each one of these down. You need to write each one of these down. The first one is that the subconscious mind accepts what is repeated with emotion and conviction, making intentional language and visualization critical. That's the first part. The second is heart-brain coherence creates a powerful state where intention, emotion, and physiology align, because alignment is key. Alignment is key, everybody, right? Alignment is key. That alignment accelerates subconscious reprogramming. Now, here's the third one, and y'all are familiar with this. Affirmations are not about lying to yourself, okay? Affirmations are powerful when you speak, when you use the I am thing. Affirmations are not about lying to yourself. They are about introducing new instructions to the mind that have been running on outdated old programs that no longer serve you. So you go ahead and you regulate your nervous system. You start to feel safe. Now you start to change your internal dialogue. You change the language. It's intentional. You start speaking to yourself. And so those of you who have problems with affirmations, so y'all, I understand having problems with affirmations. We've all had them. You're sitting up there, you got 50 cents in your bank account. You talking about I am rich. And listen, your inner dialogue say, no, you're not. You're sitting up there lying to yourself. No, that's not what. So instead of starting out with affirmations, we use ask-formations. That's right, I said it. Ask-formations. Ask yourself, why is it? I wonder why. And I like to use the wonder. Wonder is a powerful tool. I wonder why abundance continues to flow into my life in spite of me wrestling with what I'm wrestling with. I wonder why. I wonder why my lights my lights are still on. I still eat good every day. I wonder why the universe keeps blessing me the way it does. I wonder why. I manifested the Rolex on my wrist in less than a month. I'm so grateful. I love it, Wendy. That's what I'm talking about. Listen, we can celebrate that kind of foolishness. Yes, we can. Listen, ain't nothing wrong with a good Rolex. I promise you it's nothing. Nothing wrong with it. So listen, Wendy, we with you. We celebrate that, Wendy. but here's the thing. When you begin to use visualization and the ask-formations, I wonder why I continue to attract all kinds of wonderful gifts and wonderful things. I truly appreciate all of this stuff. I celebrate this fact. Do you know how I celebrate my blessings is to make someone laugh every day is the best medicine. Oh, I like that, Patricia. I like that. I like that. That's good. That's good. That's good. No, y'all are moving in the right direction. So these are the pillars of you recalibrating the subconscious mind and to reprogramming it. Because the subconscious mind, it loves the familiar, it loves repetition, it loves the language of it. It's emotional, it's not logical or linear. It is emotional and intuitive. And so that's why women have a greater ease at this. I'm just gonna be honest. It's easier for women to do it because they are by nature emotional and intent and they have intrinsic abilities where they can intuit things where the brothers we just kind of miss out on. We miss all of the clues. We miss all of the clues. Just hit us over the head. It's a big sign right there. Women see it, we don't. Just so you all have a little bit of advantage over us in that regard. It's all good. It's all good. And that's why, listen, men, let me tell you something, fellas. Make sure that you have you have you a good woman next to your side, because you're gonna need the energy matrix of a woman to help manifest. Oh, I done lost some people now. No, I'm so serious. Because the matrix of a woman, or the divine feminine, is the portal in which abundance flows into this matrix. It's how life flows into this matrix. That's why Mother Nature is Mother Nature and not Father Nature. The energy matrix of what is natural and how things are birthed and nurtured, we look to that Mother Nature. We look to that nurturing part. And so if you're looking to birth a business, if you're looking to birth a new reality, one of the things that you want to do, you definitely want to have that energy around you. You have to have, listen, one of the brokest times I had, here's story time. Come here, come here. Some of y'all already know my story. Many, many moons ago, I owned a mortgage company and a real estate investment firm. I did. And listen, when I first started, I went to some family members, some guys that I knew, and some friends that I had from high school and all that. I said, listen, man, some of the fellas, listen, I started this mortgage company. Listen, let me teach you the business, and we're gonna make a bunch of money, because I'm gonna show y'all how to do this business. Long story short, I had an office full of men, and I was broke. Listen, we couldn't close a loan to save our lives. It was just terrible, terrible, terrible. And then one of my dad's best friends, much older guy, he came and he said, man, let me tell you something. You need to do better than this. You need to get you some women up in here. And so, long story short, I did exactly that. Bit by bit, moment by moment, I started to replace the guys, and I got a bunch of ladies in the office. Listen, we started, that thing turned around, and I promise you, within 8 months, I had increased revenue by 400%. No, no more than that. Like 600-700%. Then it kept growing and compounding. I started making so much money that I started to get scared. Anybody ever start making so much money, you get scared for a moment, you say, whoa, hold on. So what happened? It was the fact that I had brought these women into the matrix, and these women knew how to sell, they knew how to present, they knew how to nurture, they were the matrix for which abundance flew into my business and into my personal coffers. So listen, fellas, if you're going to do something, you better have some sisters around you. I'm just trying to tell you, I put you up on game. There we go. Now see how we lost? We lost about 15 people. We lost the brothers. Don't leave, bro. Don't leave, fellas. Don't leave. This is why our grandmother and moms taught us how to plan ahead and be prepared for life. Come on now. Listen, we done ran the brothers off. Look at this. Behind a good man is a good woman. You're absolutely right, me and vibrations. You right. Come on now. Here we go. So I'm trying to put y'all up on game. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. So here it is. Affirmations are cool, but I want you to start with the ask-formations, because there's less resistance to the ask-formations. When you ask yourself, why does abundance continue to flow into my life? What happens with your reticular activating system? It's going to start looking for evidence and proof. It's going to look for proof that abundance keeps flowing into your life. And so that's what we use. From a quantum perspective, you are not becoming wealthy. You are selecting the version of reality where you are already. Because in the quantum field, here it is, watch this. In the quantum field, every version of you exists. The happy you, the sad you, the rich you, the broke you. Every version. Listen, we got any Marvel fans in here? And they talk about the universe and all of that kind of stuff. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about when they talking about the multiverse and all of that kind of stuff. And so they represent life. They start dropping some gems and they teaching us some stuff. And y'all just think it's entertainment and movies. No, they're dropping some gems. And so in the quantum field or in the multiverse, there are different strands. And this is from quantum mechanics. In quantum mechanics, it shows us that every iteration of us exists in the quantum field. And by virtue of our focus, when we focus on the version of us that we truly want to experience, we collapse timelines, and that part becomes our reality. Oh yeah, yeah, you better break that thing down. Yeah, Mia. Yeah, Doctor Strange is one of my favorite ones. And so here it is. So when from a quantum mechanics perspective, by virtue of your focus alone becoming the observer, we say the observer effect, what happens? That which you observe, it rises out of the quantum field. So because of your observation and your focus, now you're starting to collapse timelines. And you hear people talking about quantum leaping and jumping from timeline to timeline. This is actually the mechanics of it. I'm giving you the overly the overly simplified version of it, but it's the same. All right, good. Y'all got it. Y'all got it. Y'all got it. So again, from a quantum lens, you are not becoming wealthy. You're not becoming wealthy. You are selecting the version of reality where you already are. You are selecting it. You're selecting it. You're selecting it. You're beginning to walk in it. That's why when I tell you that the universe does not give us what we ask for, it gives to us based upon how we see ourselves. How we see ourselves creates standards and boundaries, and those standards and boundaries are affected by the thoughts we have, the words we speak, the actions we take, and the emotions that we experience. That creates that frequency and that resonance. So all of this turns on itself, creating a powerful gravity well that draws those intentions to you. Here we go. What identity would you need to embody for wealth to feel inevitable instead of occasional? Feel that, feel that, feel that. Feel that. From a quantum perspective, watch this now. Ask yourself this question. What identity? Because remember, I teach y'all all of the time. Stop worrying about what it is that I need to do to become wealthy. That'll come soon enough. That'll come soon enough. The opportunities will present themselves. Let's focus on the identity first. Because once the identity comes first, that creates the right standards and the right boundaries. The boundaries not in the sense of walls, but in the sense of filters, filtering out that which would rob you and take away from you, and allowing in that which will nurture. Okay? So here's the question. Write this down. You don't have to answer it right now, but I need you to answer it in your own time. What identity would you need to embody for wealth to feel inevitable? Inevitable. It is absolutely going to happen. No ifs, no ands, no buts about it. What part of you? What do you have to, who do you have to become? What version of you do you have to become in order for that to feel inevitable? If abundance were your default state, how would you think, speak, and move differently today? What would you do today if abundance was your default setting? What does the rich Mimi do today? What does the rich fine wine do today? What does the rich Amy do today? What does the rich Bridget do today? What does the rich Willis do today? What does the rich Sunshine do today? What do you do? And so it is the way, and as you look at and you assess different situations, you ask yourself, well, what part of me, where do I need to focus? Who do I need to become in order to experience this thing? That is the truth. Let's keep going. A person who begins each day affirming, I am richly supported by life. Oh, somebody knows that one. Anybody ever heard that one before? I am richly supported by life. Anybody know that one? Oh, indeed. Oh, I thought I was just making sure that Monique was still in here. I was making sure. A person who begins each day by affirming, I am richly supported by life, starts noticing unexpected support, opportunities, synchronicities, and connections. Come on now. I promise you I'm trying to help. Someone visualizing Financial overflow. Stop visualizing the worst case scenarios. You sitting up there worrying about, Lord, my account moving to zero. What am I going to do? No, we don't do that. We don't do that. Thank you, Julian. We own our greatness. We are the architect of our own lives. We've been given the power to manifest and to speak things into existence within us and externally. We have power. We're far more powerful than we realize sometimes, and we walk in abundance at this level instead of our greatness level. So, someone visualizing financial overflow begins making decisions aligned with long term wealth instead of short term relief. You start thinking of the master plan. You're not trying to hit a lick. You're not trying to hit a lick anymore. You have a long term master plan. You have a goal, and you start to operate from that long term plan. You have a vision, and you start to operate from that vision. As you operate from that vision, things begin to change because the universe starts to reorganize itself. It begins to reorganize itself around the shift that you are making internally. And so now opportunities start showing up. Synchronicities start popping up, reminding you that, yep, you're on the right path. Yes, you're doing the right thing. That is the financial abundance. Listen, you have to identify with it in a magical way. You have to identify with it. If y'all are ready for part 6, put 6 in the chat. Let's go, let's go. Thank you for those lightning bolts. I truly appreciate you, Monique. Thank you. Thank you, Mimi. I appreciate you. I see you. Thank you, Sunshine. Thank you, Willis. Thank you, Janae. I see everybody. Thank you, Alicia. Thank you, Veronica. Thank you. The energetics of spring and your financial reset. There's a reason why I'm doing this now. Here, and we're going to go into a deeper aspect of it. I've been talking about it. The spring equinox represents balance, renewal, and the opportunity to plant seeds that will define the next cycle of your life. It's going to define the next cycle of your life. You doing what needs to be done right now in this moment is going to redefine your life for the next cycle. The next season that's coming up. What does your summer look like? Oh, the summer looks deliciously exciting. The summer looks like it's filled with opportunities and promise. But you have to plant the seeds in order to do it right now. You have to plant the seeds. So spring, it represents that balance and that renewal, that opportunity for shift and change. This is the moment where the universe is not leaning towards light or dark, but inviting you to consciously choose your expansion. You have to consciously choose your expansion. What you consistently focus on in this season becomes the blueprint for your subconscious programming for the months to come. What you focus on right now, it is planting the seeds. In Ifa, in the spiritual tradition of Ifa, alignment with natural cycles amplifies manifestation because you're working with the natural rhythm instead of against it. See, that is the problem with this matrix and this Gregorian calendar foolishness and all of this stuff about having the beginning of the year being in the dead of winter. Makes no sense. That is indoctrinating or introducing a matrix that is imprisoning you in a cycle that is against nature. The natural calendar was not about some artificial date that was chosen in the dead of winter. It was about following systems and cycles that move naturally. And from an energetic perspective, the spring equinox, exactly those indigenous cultures throughout the rest of the world, only Western culture begins to do this indoctrination with this madness. That's why Ramadan is when Ramadan happens. That's why all of these ancient spiritual traditions have some type of something that happens during the spring, because that is the beginning of the calendar year. That's where, the whole April Fool's Day comes from. That's a whole nother conversation. But what's my point? My point is now. The universe is yelling at you and saying now is the time to plant the seeds for the future you. Take advantage of this energetically. And so the ancient spiritual tradition of Ifa, it is telling us that alignment with natural cycles amplifies your manifestation. Come on. So I want, listen. I don't know about y'all, but does anybody in here need as much help as they can when it comes to the manifestation of their wonderful life and their abundance? Does anybody else in here, if that's you, put yes in the chat. If you need as much assistance as possible, you are going to listen. I am partnering with Spring. You best believe it. I need all the help that I'm gonna get. No, I'm not launching any businesses I'm not launching any businesses in the dead of winter. No, and all of you all have been. Many of you have been around me for long enough. Right here, right here. Come on, and y'all. I'm so glad to have you. Listen, I'm so glad to have you in here. And is it Andrielle? I'm so glad to have you in here, Andrielle. Welcome, Andrielle, into the family. Welcome in. I need all of the help I can get when it comes to manifesting wealth and abundance. And so we're going to partner with the natural cycle of things. We're going to launch what we're going to launch. We're going to plant the seeds that we need to plant right now. There you go. Thank you, Sunshine. Thank you, Willis. Thank you, Janae. Hey, TB, I see you. Good to see you up in here. What seeds are you planting right now through your thoughts, words, and actions? I know everybody up in here in the Oasis are planting the seeds of abundance and prosperity. I know that for sure because I see you showing up. Oh, I see you. I see you showing up every day. I see you taking notes. I see you commenting in the chat. I see you fully engaged in this master class. I see you taking steps. You're part of the Oasis. I see you making steps and taking strides. I see you becoming members of the Oasis Mind Spa. I see you. And so you're planting the right seeds. But for our newbies, let me ask you, what seeds are you planting right now? That's why you're in this class. There we go. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. If the next 6 months magnified your current habits, would you be proud or concerned? What habits do you have? Are those habits leading you to a place of abundance, or are you struggling, striving to find some kind of hustle? Walk in your divine purpose and intent. When you walk in your divine purpose and intent, you're a little concerned, and that's fine. And I'm glad I'm glad you're a tad bit concerned. So guess what? This is your opportunity to make a shift and change. I want to listen. And for that, listen, you're so proud. I'm so proud of you. Listen, Janae, you're working on your book. Your book is going to be released soon. Yes, you should be proud because you've been planting the seeds for some months now of your growth and change and shift. Just that simple. Many of you, like I said, I see you. I've been watching you. I've been watching you do the thing. Like how Monique has launched her travel brokerage business. She's the Oasis's official travel broker. I've watched Fine Wine launch her business where she does the herbal blends and the teas. I've watched Mimi launch her business where she's doing these beautiful waist beads that are in alignment with her with the person's zodiac sign and all of that stuff. I see you. So you're doing the work. And I'm proud of each and every one of you that are doing the work. And I can't call off everybody's name, but I'm proud of all of y'all. Because there's so many of you now. There's so many of you now that are doing the thing that you need to be doing. Amy working on her self-healing, becoming a better version of herself. Each and every person. I see you. Someone who commits to daily financial awareness during this season builds momentum that compounds into stability and growth. Pay attention. A person who continues to ignore their patterns finds themselves repeating the same financial cycles by the end of the year. So those of you who choose to do something different, you will adopt new keys. And with those new keys, you'll be able to unlock new doors. And I'm talking about new doors to houses, new doors to cars, new doors to relationships, new doors to businesses, new doors. Put new doors in the chat. If you are ready to walk into new doors, put new doors in the chat. New doors. Because now you're creating a situation where you're creating new keys in your hands, because old keys, we already know that old keys don't unlock new doors. So now we're talking about new doors. We're talking about new doors, and we're walking into those new doors because we now have new keys. Because of the shift in our mindset. New doors, new doors, new doors. If y'all are ready for part 7, put 7 in the chat. Becoming addicted to growth. Put new, thank you, there you go. Thank you, Janae. Thank you, Willis. Thank you, Sunshine. New doors. If y'all are ready for part 7, put 7 in the chat. Here we go. Becoming addicted to growth, power, and abundance. Here we go. The same neurological pathways that supported struggle. Watch this now. Watch this. Listen. If this was church, this is where the pastor would say, now it's time for y'all, you can run around the church. If you grew up in one of them kind of situations. Here it is. The same neurological pathways that supported struggle can rewire everything. Oh yeah, you late, agent. You're gonna have to go back. You're gonna have to go back and watch. You're gonna have to watch the replay. And so you can check it out on YouTube. But watch this, or you can check it out in the Oasis if you're already a part of the Oasis. So again, from a neurological perspective, the same neurological pathways that supported struggle. So how you had it. Oh, you're talking about what I just said. Oh, I'll read it again. The same neurological pathways that supported struggle can be rewired to support discipline, clarity, and expansion. And so this is about becoming addicted to growth, power, and abundance, because we were talking about how people are addicted to financial misery and doing the complaining and all of that stuff. So now, instead of being addicted to financial drain and lack and want and misery and sitting up complaining and trauma bonding with your friends about how high everything is and all of that stuff, the devil is a lie. We're letting all of that go. We're not, listen, it is not better in this kind of situation. It is not better to deal with the devil that you know. We're going to let that devil go on down the road and do what we need to do. So here it is. Abundance mastery is not about occasional breakthroughs. It's not. It is not about occasional breakthroughs, because that's what most of us experience. You know, we have a little win here, and so we feel a little good. The next thing we're back to our same old selves. Back to our same old scarcity mindset and back to our same financial situations. That's struggle. That's not abundance mastery. Abundance mastery is not about occasional breakthroughs. It is about consistent identity, alignment, and behavior. Write that down. It is about what? It is about consistent identity, alignment, and behavior. And you need to ask yourself, am I making a decision that is in alignment with wealth and abundance or lack and want? Am I aligned with the new version of me, or am I aligned with the old version of me? Am I in alignment? Christianity speaks of renewing the mind. Be ye transformed by the renewal of your mind. So, which is a daily practice of choosing new thoughts over familiar limitations. Hello? There it is. I said it. It is a daily practice of choosing consistent identity, alignment, and behavior. A practice of choosing new thoughts over familiar limitations. It's time to let it go. Consistent identity, alignment, and behaviors. The law of vibration reminds us that your dominant frequency determines what you attract, experience, and sustain. Thank you, Fine Wine. Yes, I am the greatest of all times. Detachment is key. There you go, agent. Detachment is key. Detachment to the outcomes, detachment to those things. However, we are talking about embodiment. Many of you desire a shift and a change, and that's the beginning. The desire is the invitation. Thank you, Alicia. Yes, let me cook. Desire is just the invitation. Embodiment is the confirmation. The law of vibration, again, it reminds us that your dominant frequency determines what you attract, experience, and sustain. What if your next level of life or wealth were required? It required you to outgrow your current emotional limitations. It's time to let them go. It's time to release it. Thank you, Alicia, for those finger hearts. I truly appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. A person who once found comfort in complaining. A person who once found comfort in complaining. The shift is clear. The shift is clear. Begins to find satisfaction in solving, building, and creating. Instead of having conversations, listen, so when your friends start to have those conversations and start talking about all of that negative stuff, talking about what they're worried about, even though they're making and fabricating reasons to be worried, and because they're addicted to misery and to always got to have something to complain about. Nah. Say, no, sis, bro, we're not going to have that conversation today. If that's the problem, how do we solve it? How do we solve it? But first, you have to ask yourself, and one of my good friends, we were having a really deep conversation about a year or so ago. And it was, he asked me a particular question. He says, how did you get here? How did you arrive in this place? And so you have to ask yourself for a moment, how did I arrive in this place? And now, who do I have to become to move forward? How did I arrive in this place? And who do I need to become to experience the shift, the growth, the change, the abundance, the prosperity, all of those wonderful things? Who do I need to become? Because when I change and shift my focus, where my focus goes, energy flows. Where energy flows, manifestation soon follows. That's just how it works. Where my focus goes, energy flows. Where energy flows, manifestation soon follows. Abundance is your natural state. So again, a person who once found comfort in complaining begins to find satisfaction in solving the problems. That's it. You right. You got it. You got it. You got it, agent. Thank you. How did I get here? How did I get into this space? How did I arrive here? And who do I need to become to move on to the next space? To move on to a space of prosperity and abundance. So someone who avoided responsibility begins to now take ownership of every dollar, every decision, and every opportunity. They are consciously and subconsciously the architect of their own financial well-being in life. That's where we are. So the decision that changes everything is clear. The decision that changes everything. There comes a moment when you realize that financial misery is not happening to you. It's not happening to you. It has been happening through patterns you now have the power to change. You now have the power to change. Listen, if you are dead serious, let me put this out here. Let me unpin this book for a second. If you are serious about change, if you are serious about becoming the absolute best version of yourself, I'm going to listen, if this is your vibe, this is your tribe, if this is a part, if this is your vibe, this is your tribe, I want to invite you to continue to come back here every single day, Monday through Thursday from 12 to 2. We continue to have master classes along this line. We have different themes every day, unless we're like in the part 2 or something like that. We go into part 2, part 3 every now and again. But it is so important. It is so important that if you find that this is your vibe, listen, come on back. I need you to, listen, Andrielle, I'm glad that you're coming back. And so again, we're here Monday through Thursday from 12 to 2, Eastern Standard Time. The next thing is that I want to invite you to become a part of the Oasis. The Oasis is our channel on Discord. Yeah, we got a channel on Discord. Isn't that cool? I like it. You know, it was introduced to me last year, and I'd say, okay, let's do it. And it has taken on a life of its own. Inside of the Oasis, again, our channel on Discord, we have every Monday morning, we have Monday morning meditation. Yep, we have Monday morning meditation in there. So we set our intentions for the week. We come together as a collective, and it's really, really powerful. And we've seen so much growth and development out of just that moment alone. Inside of the Oasis, we have pre-recorded guided meditations. We have, oh, it's 9 a.m. I'm sorry, Andrea. It is 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time every single Monday morning. And so we also have guided meditations that are pre-recorded. We have hypnosis sessions that are pre-recorded in there that are designed to help you attract wealth and abundance and prosperity. We have some in there to help you to sleep at night because I know some people wrestle with sleeping. And y'all will find that my hypnotic voice is very different from my from my live voice. And so I invite you to become a part of the Oasis. We also have a woman safe space that's curated by our very own Janae over here on YouTube. And so she's having, because women have this unique space in the world. And so some of the things that are most relevant to you all, listen, come on. Get in there, and she is curating these wonderful conversations that are really addressing some major issues with women, and she's doing a wonderful job at that. So we appreciate and thank her for doing that every single day without fail. That's what she's been doing. The other thing is that if that so how you become a member of the Oasis, it's real simple. All you have to do right here on TikTok is to click on that picture, that good looking guy right there. And so if you click on that good looking picture right there, all you have to do is to become a super fan. And the moment you become a super fan, TikTok will automatically put you in the Oasis. All right. And now, but you may say, well, listen, AD, and don't be shy with this. Stop it. If you say, AD, listen, I'm having some technical difficulties or some financial difficulties, but I still want to be in the Oasis. Listen, one of our moderators, wave again, Fine Wine and Mimi over here on TikTok, and Janae and Willis over there on YouTube. If you will, they will help you if you're having a challenge technically or financially to get into the Oasis. Guess what? We're here to help you. Because, we want you to be a part of it because we know that it's going to impact your life in a major way. And so I want you to be a part of the Oasis. You can also reach out to me too. All right. So again, you can reach out to Mimi, Fine Wine, Janae, or Willis, or myself. You'll probably get a faster response from them. And sometimes you may be able to reach out to Bridget on here too. Bridget is like becoming the heartbeat of the Oasis. Between the Oasis Mind Spa. So she's helping us do what we do much better. She's helping with the experience of our members. And so speaking of that, I want you to become a part of the Oasis, all right? Then the highest level of engagement is becoming a member of the Oasis Mind Spa. Where are my Oasis Mind Spa people at? Put that in there. If that's you, if you're a member of the Oasis Mind Spa, throw some of those Oasis stickers up there. Put OMS in the chat. Put it in the chat. Go ahead and fire that thing up. Thank you, Mimi. I like to see that. Go ahead and put those up in there. If you are a member of the Oasis Mind Spa, put it in there. Excellent. Thank y'all. Y'all are absolutely amazing. I want to invite you to become a member of the Oasis Mind Spa. Okay, I got you, Monique. Much love, superstar. Listen, if you would like to, and what does that mean, being a member of the Oasis Mind Spa? That means you've either worked with me one-on-one, or you have been a part of our virtual hypnosis experience. And we just had our virtual hypnosis experience, last night, and it was it was a powerful experience. So if you want to work with me one-on-one and you're ready to take your life to that next level, and you're dead serious about attracting wealth and abundance and prosperity, and you want to do it from a coaching and a hypnotherapy perspective, I'm about to put this up here. If you want to work with me one-on-one, let me share this with you right now. Go ahead and complete this form. Do y'all see that form? Did it pop up? Yeah, it should. Can y'all see it? I don't see it there, but do you all see it? Do y'all see the little form? Because normally it pops up. I don't see it. Can you see the little white form? Does anybody see it? Okay, y'all can see it. Okay, great. Amy doesn't see it. Bridget does. So it's like half because I don't see it either. But this I will say there's a little orange swishy little thing down there. If you click on the little orange swishy thing, I'm gonna try to put it up here again. I don't know why it is not showing up, but I'm gonna put it up there again. Let me see. Bam. I don't know. It's weird. Anyway, there's this orange little swishy thing. Complete that, and one of the members from our team will reach out to you so that you can be a part of working with me one on one or a part of our virtual hypnosis experience. One that will be coming up in April. Hopefully, we'll have one because I try to have one every month, but that's not always the case. But I'll do my best to have one. So again, if you want to work with me one-on-one, go ahead and it pops up when you hit the little orange thing. Thank you so much. Hello, beautiful. I appreciate it. So hit the little orange swooshy looking thing, and then that form will pop up. So go ahead and complete that form. So we're good to go there. And so then last but not least, let me go ahead and I'm gonna put this back up here. I'm gonna put this back up here. And if you want to grab a copy of Cracking Abundance Code, it is there. But where are my meditation people at? Because we're tapping away. We're about to get up out of here. We created these. Anything that I share with you is to help support you along the journey. We developed this triple, what we call a triple bliss meditation candle set. And those triple bliss set is here. You can see it. Okay, thank you. The triple bliss meditation candle set is powerful. It is absolutely powerful. We developed them because one of our members was like, "AD, why don't you can you create some candles for us to, when we do our meditations after our sessions?" So that's exactly what we did. These are not some candles that we order offline or anything. We actually make these in house. And so these are hand poured meditation candles, but they're more than meditation candles. They're meditation manifestation candles. So let me break it down real quick for you. Each one of these candles are 100% natural soy. So listen, once you get the wax, you can actually put it on your skin. So it's 100% natural soy with a cotton wick. Each one of these candles are infused with essential oil that is in alignment with the intention of the candle. This is the abundance candle. So because this is the abundance candle, it has infused in it the essential oils bergamot, lemongrass, and lodestone oil. Lodestone is a magnetized oil, so it helps to draw and attract that which it is based upon the intention. So the intention, again, is abundance. This helps to draw abundance and prosperity to you. And let me tell you something, it smells absolutely amazing because I like lemongrass and bergamot together. That's really, really wonderful, wonderful scent. And this of all three in the Triple Bliss set, this is one that I like the most often. So there it is. Because I like the scent of it and I know what it does. The next one in the Triple Bliss set is the Heal Candle. The Heal Candle is infused with essential rose oil. And yes, it's beautiful and it smells even better. Good gosh, that smells good. The rose is when you understand aromatherapy, is one of the highest vibrational frequencies when it comes to healing, the healing of the physical body, your emotional body. These parts of you, they are greatly influenced by rose oil. And so that's why it is the Heal Candle. And it is absolutely phenomenal and it smells good at the same time. And so that is the Heal Candle. And last but not least, bringing up the rear is the Happy Candle. You can't attract wealth and abundance and you're miserable. And that's what we've been talking about today. So with the Happy Candle, it is infused with lemon verbena, one of my absolute favorite scents in the world. If you've ever been to those 5-star resorts or the day spas, that is the scent that you smell in the lotions and the soaps and the shampoos and all of those things. It's lemon verbena. And it smells really, really, really good. Very fresh and bright. Yes, Mimi, we know this is your favorite. Thank you. I'm glad it's your favorite, superstar. And so this one here is a favorite scent of mine too, because it just smells amazing. It's designed to lift your spirits, lift the moods. And so when you take all three of these and you put them together, they formulate the Triple Bliss. This Triple Bliss set, you can't get one of these type candles when you talk about manifestation. If anybody knows, if you know, wink, wink. If you know what intention candles are, You can't get one candle for 39 bucks, let alone getting all three: the abundance candle, the heal candle, and the happy candle for 39 bucks. So go ahead when you grab your copy of Cracking the Abundance Code, when you get your gotcha. Let's see who just grabbed that. Fran Reed just grabbed grabbed their triple bliss set. So congratulations. So listen, y'all celebrate Fran Reed for grabbing her set. So congratulations, congratulations. And so we're gonna ship those out immediately. So everybody who orders their book today, they're Cracking the Abundance Code, that's going to go out today. The person who ordered their when you order your triple bliss set, that's going to go out today too. Good, good, good. Yakira, I see you put it in your cart too. So go ahead and you grab those, and we're going to send all of those out today. I'm excited to do so. So listen, I think we did amazingly well. Today is our Friday. So listen, go ahead and mark on your calendars. Mark on your calendars, everybody. Mark on your calendars that Monday morning at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're having the Monday morning meditation in the Oasis. If you want to gain access to the Oasis, you can either become a super fan or you can reach out to me, Fine Wine, Mimi, Janae, or Willis, and we'll get you squared away. All right, everybody. Good, good, good. So this is what we're getting ready to do. Our TikTok family, do not go anywhere. We're about to kick off our after party. That's right, we're gonna party because we have hit our number of 100,000 likes. Then over here on our YouTube family, we're getting ready to release you. We're so glad to have you hanging out with us today. Much love, much love. Coach really appreciates your presence. Listen, because you guys are making some decisions to become the absolute better version of yourself, and we're right along with it. Every single day. Remember to come back here every day, Monday through Thursday from 12 to 2 Eastern Standard Time for a masterclass. And so with that, I bid you a wonderful weekend. Do something amazing for yourself. Go have a drink. Go smoke a cigar. Go do something fun. Go get your toes done. Get your hair did. Something. Go do something. Do something for you, because it's okay for you to choose you. All right. So much love. And listen, you're more than welcome to come over here to TikTok, because that's where the after party is. All right. I'll see y'all later. Much love.